They call it. And this one has. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Nice job by him to block that jab. He blocks that jab. All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
It's so hot, it's so heated, there's a roof on here, you don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're on the wrong side of a beating, this can be hellfire on you.
That hook had to hurt. Straight right just misses. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments. Good counter punch. Beautiful counter shot. Nice counter shot. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder. Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Can the Dark Destroyer get... And wisely, they're going to take a knee here. No choice but to do that.
What you're seeing right there is a heartbroken fighter.
8.
Nice counter shot. Let's talk about planting that last right. Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He blocks the jab. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. No rest for the weary. Punch, counter punch. Keep an eye on this slugger. As you know, he's willing to take 3 to give 1. That's his game plan, and it's worked out pretty well for him so far.
Speed generates power. Timing is everything. If you've got speed, you can knock anybody out. You've just got to hit them in the right spot.
Well done with that counter shot. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. That jab doesn't score. Good job defending the jab. Bombs away. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about planting that last round. On to the third. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Caution is being thrown to the wind. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. His jab just got blocked. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Well done with that counter shot. That hook won't score. That counter shot lands. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. And that left hook doesn't find its target. Well done with that counter shot. Let's talk about planting that last round.
I like that round. Good work.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punch. Nice counter shot. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Catch and shoot. They're both trying for a knockout. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
And he scores with the counter. Nice defense on that hook. He threw a punch and just, you know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about planting that last round. Back into the fray here in round 5. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he just misses with that jab. Good counter punching. Good counter punch. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice job to block that uppercut. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Beautiful counter shot. Those counter punches have to hurt. Nice job by him to block that jab. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice counter punch right up the middle. They miss with the jab. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Punch, counter punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about planting that last round. On to the 6th round. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Those counter punches have to hurt. He blocks the right uppercut. There's a counter shot. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
He blocks that jab. They walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
His jab just got blocked. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's a very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about planting that last round. Well, we know. And there's the bell for round 7. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter punch caught him clean. Throws the jab, but does not score. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. And he scores with the counter. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at a middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Good defense stopping that jab. Nice counter. Perfect counter shot. Despite what the... Hold it right there! Nigel Benn overwhelmed with power, and down he goes. Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
I need to see that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you continue.
talk about Benn in that last round. What a huge momentum. And they're back at it again here in round 8. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
You gotta ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
A big whiff with the right hook. Punch, counter punch. Both men step back for just a moment. His stamina is off the charts. Good counter punching. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all... Did you see that? The Dark Destroyer now in a very dark place. Heavy shots, and Nigel Benn goes down. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
Not many people would have predicted it, but